Today I'm showing you how you can generate a PDF from your form responses and have it being sent either to you or to your respondents via email. We'll be using two tools. We'll be using Weavely, which is an AI form builder, and we're going to be using Make for the automation part. So this is Make. It has a pretty extensive free tier, so you'll be able to go a long way with Make. So let's start with Weavely itself. So when we look at the form that we've built, it's a basic contact form. I'm not going to go into the details of how you actually generate this with AI. I'll leave a link to a different tutorial about that in the comment section or at the top card here. But essentially we have this web form here collecting contact information, right? Full name, email address, and that sort of thing. And we want to generate a PDF report from that and send it to our respondent. So the other thing we have obviously is a template for our PDF report. In this case, we made it in Google Docs. So we have a background, our logo here. And then the important thing is that all of the elements that need to be filled with, well, the responses from our form are in between curly braces. So it's a basic summary of all of the contact information that we're going to be gathering through our Weavely form. Okay, so that's the setup. We have our form, we have our template. Let's now dive into Make and actually make this thing work. So if you're unfamiliar with Make, I'm going to take it slow. It's pretty basic. There's dedicated Make tutorials as well. But basically you have these modules which represents pieces of data or tools that you sort of link together in order to create automations. So Weavely is one of those tools that is available within Make. And the thing that we're looking for obviously is watch responses. So if a response comes in, then we want to populate our template and create a PDF from it. So I've already pre-set up my connection here. So this is going to work out of the box. Otherwise, you just need to follow the wizard. Select the right team if you have multiple teams, and of course you'll need to select the right form. In this case, it's our contact form that we want to listen for responses to. Okay, so that's set up. The next step is going to be populating our Google Docs template. So if we look at the Google Docs modules available in Make, there's a create a document from a templates module. That's the one that we'll need. Again, you'll need to set up your account connection. That's just a straightforward wizard. And then we'll choose our drive and our document ID. So in our case, it's the report template. And then automatically we're going to be given a list of all of the variables that we have. So this is based on those curly braces within our template. And then what we need to do now is map our form responses to the values in our template. So the date is going to be the date in which the response has been created. Name is going to be full name. I think you sort of get my drift here. So email is going to be our email address. We have an optional phone number. And then of course we have the company. So that's linking our form responses to the value inside of our template. We'll give it a title, so let's say contact form submission. And then you need to specify where you want the document to be created. It's going to take the template and then create a new document based on the data that you have. And that's it. So responses come in, a Google Doc is created based on the template. And then of course we'll need to turn that into a PDF and send it via email. So to create a PDF from it, we need to use the Google Drive module and the download a file one. So set up your connection, and then the file ID of the file that we want to download as a PDF is obviously the ID of the document that we just created. And in the advanced setting here, you'll see convert Google Documents files to format, and we want to convert them into PDFs. So we download our Google Doc as a PDF, and the final step is going to be send the email. So in my case, I'll be using Gmail, and I'll be sending I'm sending the respondents the report. So subject is your Weavely report. Body type is either collection of contents, so text or image, or raw HTML, depends on your use case. In our case, we'll leave the body contents empty. And then of course, the important thing is this attachment thing here. And it comes pre-filled with the file that we downloaded from Google, given that we just linked both together. And then of course you want to add a recipient, and this is where our form response come in. So we can collapse these two, and then in here from the Weavely responses, we captured the email address from our respondent. So that's going to be the recipient. press save, and now it's ready to be tested. So let's press run and actually go run our survey as well. So we have our survey right here. Let's enter our name, email address, phone number, we'll leave that blank for the moment, and our company and organization as well, and we press submit. So if we go back to make, we'll see data coming in from the Rush responses, Google Doc created, Google Drive download, and the email has been sent. And if I then go to my mailbox, you can see that I've received an email containing, well, nothing in the body, that's how we set it up, but most importantly, in the attachment, we have our PDF right here, and it has been filled with the date of the submission as it was captured, the name that I filled in, and the email address, and those fields are blank because I didn't fill them in. So that's how you create a form with AI using Weavely, and then through Make, generate a PDF report from your submissions and send it to the respondent, but you could also just send it to yourself always. That's the way you set it up. If you have any other questions, feel free to leave a comment on this video, and if this was helpful, like and subscribe.